1, 3, 2. This space it's been amazing to have, because once we got it built, things we couldn't imagine ahead of time have found a home here. We've got pickleball courts and weightlifting equipment that just wasn't even available to us before. And so, as you can see, this is just the middle of the day, but this place is extremely well used. So we're standing inside the Cambridge Sportsplex, and it's a 3-court facility with a walking running track behind it and lots of little spaces for extra equipment. So we have basketball, volleyball, indoor soccer. We actually have an indoor batting cage. So we have a number of amenities here that just weren't available to the community prior. It was kind of an outgrowth of our former outdoor pool getting to the end of its useful life. A task force was formed to see if we needed a new pool or where it might best be located, and that task force discovered a very strong need for more indoor recreation space in our community. So the project was around $9 million, and about $3 million of that was the city taxpayers agreeing by vote 2-to-1 to pay additional property tax over the course of 20-some years to contribute that $3 million. We also got a $1 million community attraction and tourism grant from the state, so a CAT grant paid for $1 million, and then the remainder was privately funded. We had 3 existing buildings built over different time periods that we had to accommodate and somehow work in with the new building. At one point, plans called for demoing one of those buildings and building an entirely new frontage, but the architect was able to come up with a design that was able to incorporate what was there in a very clever and seamless way. You wouldn't recognize it anymore. The new space looks brand new, but it still incorporated some of the structural elements of what was there. And Carl A. did an amazing job blending it all together. So when you come in, it's hard to tell what was an add-on and what was original. And so, yeah, it was a very well thought through project to fit our budget and to accommodate for the needs of the community. They helped us to create a budget that had the essentials included as the construction requirements. And then we had a number of add-on alternatives that we could do if the bidding came in favorably. And we got lucky that the bidding did come in favorably, and we were able to add all of the alternatives back in. So that kind of prioritization was very important, because if the bidding had come in high, we would have had to really start sharpening our pencils and figure out what we could and couldn't afford. So that guidance was wonderful. Carl A. fulfilled the mission of bringing the project in on budget, on time, and guiding the city through that process in a way that made our decision making very easy. I remember very strong communication with the city council, so our project manager would come and give updates quite often throughout the process, and anything that came up that we needed to address, we were able to do so timely and efficiently. I just don't know if we could have done it that seamlessly on our own. I very much doubt it. So I would say that having the project management was one of the best decisions we made for this project. It's wonderful to have a partner like that. You know, it's not the project's done and handshake and farewell. You know we can always turn to Carl A. when we need any additional information about it, or if anything were to come up. And the wonderful thing is, this facility was so well built that we haven't had issues with it. But I'm sure if anything were to come up, we could look to Carl A. to make good on it.